Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Come on, we could do better than that. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Angela Roussan, Chief of Communications with the Department of Public Works and Transportation. In the event that you did not know, allow me to be the first to tell you that it is a good day in Prince George's County. Can we agree? Yes, it's a good day. And actually, I'll say this, it's actually better than a good day. It is a great day. It's a warm day, but it's a great day, and there is great news to share on today. I am not going to hold things up. We're going to jump right in. We're going to get started. We have several speakers on today and a lot of great news. So it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Department of Public Works and Transportation Director Michael Johnson. And while Director Johnson has only been with the department for a few short years, his leadership has already made a significant impact. His dedication and innovative approach have set new standards for excellence. And with today's announcement, one thing is clear. The future of public works and transportation, and particularly the future of transit in Prince George's County, looks exceptionally bright. So we're going to have Director Johnson come up now. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good morning. Thank you, Angela. And as Angela mentioned, it is a great day in Prince George's County, a warm one. But I want to begin by thanking County Executive Angela Alsobrooks. And while she's unable to join us today, our County Executive is a true champion for transit in Prince George's County. From the Blue Line corridor to New Carrollton, County Executive Alsobrooks understands that advancing transit projects are really critical to the county's future and ensuring accessible, safe, and amenity-rich access to key destinations. She's unwavering in her commitment to not only advancing transit, but also creating an environmentally friendly transit system that enhances access and expands opportunities for more Prince Georgians. Her Proud to Charge Zero Emissions Transportation Sustainability Initiative is a game changer. And today we move another step closer towards our goal of a zero emission transit operation, ensuring a cleaner and healthier environment for generations to come. Today we are Prince George's proud to highlight the county's latest record-breaking federal grant award that advances the Department of Public Works and Transportation's Prince George's County Transit Transformation Initiative. This initiative encompasses 4 dynamic efforts with one clear goal, that of enhancing bus service while connecting people to life's opportunities, and particularly for those who need transit the most. Under the initiative's zero emission bus effort, we will transition nearly 70% of our fleet to zero emissions by 2035 and 100% by 2040. So that's an amazing goal, and we're well on our way to achieving that. We are committed to transforming transit in Prince George's County, and today's announcement is a significant step in the right direction. So please indulge me as I recognize some of our federal, state, and local partners who are with us this morning. I want to thank Director Terry Garcia Cruz from Region 3 FTA. Please give her applause. Maryland Transit Administrator Holly Arnold, and other MDOT staff who are here with her today. Senator Michael Jackson. He's from Prince George's County Senate Delegation Chair, and our Council Chair, Jolene Ivey. I'd also like to recognize all our other esteemed officials, our DCAOs, and various directors and committed county staff who are joining us today. It takes critical partnerships at all levels of government to move us towards a more sustainable future. And thank you for your participation and unwavering support. I'm also, Prince George's, proud of the hard work from the Department of Public Works and Transportation. Special recognition goes to Deputy Director Olashe Olubenli, who wisely wore white today, given the heat. Also to Deputy Director Stacy Smalls. Stacy is there. Just wave, Stacy. Yeah. And the entire DPWT family, whose contributions make a day like this possible. And you see them there in the blue, right? They're providing tremendous support and always do in our transit initiatives. It's now my pleasure to invite Deputy Chief Administrative Officer Floyd Holt to the podium to share the good news. DC Holt.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to first echo Director Johnson. It's a little warm out here. I want to greet you on behalf of our county executive, the Honorable Angela D. Also Brooks. She could not be with us today. Her schedule precluded her from adjusting this quick turnaround. But if she were here, she might say the future is electric in Prince George's County. So I'm so glad that the U.S. Department of Transportation sees green, lower emission buses and cars coming around the bend. Electrified transportation is about more than green energy. These clean buses will improve residents' health, reduce the effects of climate change, and just make getting around Prince George's County much greater experience. I want to thank the Federal Transit Administration for this $25.4 million low or no emission grant. This helps us advance the Proud to Charge program. We will use these funds to get more electric buses on the road, to get more charging infrastructure, more Prince Georgians closer to the promise of clean energy. There's an African proverb that some of you may know. It's been around for a long time. It says, "It takes a village to raise federal grants for electric vehicles." That's not exactly how it goes. But this effort truly took a village. I want to thank all of the hardworking people in our county government, especially, again, the Department of Public Works and Transportation, Director Johnson, Deputy Director Olashe, and Associate Director Samaya Hackett, who runs our transit operation. And this is possible because of partners like the Maryland Department of Transportation and officials like CEO and Administrator of Maryland Transit Administration, Holly Arnold, our federal, state, and local representatives. I'm also grateful for the U.S. Department of Federal Transit Administration for making this transformation grant possible, especially Regional Administrator Terry Garcia Cruz. Because of all of their hard work, we have taken a giant step forward for electrification. This funding will support our county's zero-emission bus transit initiative, help us build a new microgrid, a new energy management system. These funds will make a real impact on our residents. This will help us acquire 15 new zero-emission fixed-route buses, 5 new electric vans, and new level 4 electric chargers. These are the fastest electric chargers available. Beyond creating a safer, cleaner, quieter way to get around, this project will create new, well-paid jobs for our residents, help reduce greenhouse gas emissions, provide more transportation access. Now, this is not the first successful grant that we've received. In 2019, since 2019, we've received over $67 million in federal state funding for our program. In 2022, we received another record-breaking $25 million for low and no emission grants. This allowed us to acquire 20 zero-emission vehicles, design a solar-powered microgrid, add chargers, retrofit bus garage for maintenance of our vehicles. This new grant of over $25 million in new dollars will expand that work. But what's that really mean? The grants are more than transformational investments in the future of transportation. It's a testament of the vision we have for the future of our community. Clean transit means quieter streets, cleaner air, access to cutting-edge growth for residents and exciting new careers. Our growing electrified bus network fits into a broader vision for transit. We're working to build a stronger sense of community, an inclusive neighborhood. We want our residents to enjoy new amenities. We want to provide a healthy mix of housing options for our people. Our Transit Transformation Initiative will help reduce greenhouse gases, allow the community to contribute to a global effort underway to reduce overall climate change. At the same time, it's about supporting developing health and higher quality of life. These grants do more than next generation buses for the fleet. They help build desirable communities where people are excited to raise their families. You might say it's part of the new DNA. I want to again thank all the stakeholders who are part of this village. I want to urge each of you to look around to see what's ahead. Together, we're building a future that's greater than the past, a future where thrilling possibilities and electrifying realities will be at every stop in Prince George's County. I want to thank you. So now I want to bring up Federal Transit Regional Administrator Terry Garcia.
Good morning. Thank you, Floyd. As Floyd mentioned, I am Terry Garcia Cruz, and I'm the Regional Administrator for Region 3, Federal Transit Administration, and we have two offices, one in Philadelphia and one in Washington, D.C. And I'd like to also acknowledge some folks that are with me today, and I'd like Kelly Tyler to wave. She's out of our transportation office in D.C. And also, thank you. I'd like to also acknowledge Hannah Cahagan. Hannah, wave your. And I'm also joined, because it does take a village, right? Like it was referenced to. I'm also joined by Jerry Shields, and Jerry is with our Congressional and Public Relations Affairs Office in Washington, D.C. Jerry. All right, and on behalf of our FTA Administrator, Veronica Vanderpool, I am thrilled to be here to announce that the Federal Transit Administration is awarding Prince George's County over $25 million from the Low and No Emissions Grant. As you've mentioned previously, this grant is going to support battery electric buses, vans, and also support the microgrid system. Your project is out of, get this, 117 grants. So the competitiveness was there. So your project is one of 117 grants FTA is providing to transit agencies in cities this year, each receiving a portion of $1.5 billion. Let me repeat that, $1.5 billion. Support from the Biden-Harrison administration will provide transit riders in Prince George's County with cleaner, greener buses and reduce the emissions that cause climate changes. I want to take a moment to thank those leaders who have changed and championed transit here in Maryland. If it weren't for them, we would not be standing here today and looking at this check. Since President Biden signed the bipartisan infrastructure law, we are continuing our record level of federal support for the low and no emissions and bus facility grants. In fact, thanks to Congress and the President's leadership, FTA is providing 6 times more money and federal funding to this program than ever before. Under these new awards, FTA will fund an additional 920 low and no emission vehicles and modernize 55 facilities across the United States. Nearly 500 of those buses purchased through today's grants will run off zero emissions technology. That means we now have 6,500 American-made zero emissions operating, funded or ordered, and more than doubling the buses on Americans' roadways over the last 3 years. FTA has now allocated nearly $5 billion under the bipartisan infrastructure law to replace and modernize transit buses. All of these vehicles will be made right here in the United States. This project, yay, creating those good paying jobs, right? Yay. This project, which we are celebrating today, will support Prince George's County in improving regional quality and reducing the carbon footprint. By helping transit agencies move into cleaner and greener bus technology, we are taking another major step forward in meeting the President's goal of achieving zero greenhouse emissions by 2050. Transit agencies receiving no emissions grants will also establish training programs that will allow workforce to make their skills comparable to the high-tech skills that are needed in this high-tech economy today. We are ushering, let me repeat that, we are ushering a new era. Together, we are changing the face of transit. And we are sharing this mission with all of you, and we want to thank you for helping us accomplish the mission of improving America's communities through public transportation. Thank you for all your efforts. They are acknowledged right here. And at this point, two more things. I'm going to present the check to our wonderful stakeholders here, our critical champions, and then I'm going to pop it over to Jeff Peel, who is with our energy office. So.
That's one way to make sure. All right, so y'all looking at me first, and then everybody else. If y'all can kind of stand in a gap.
Fill in the gap, is that what we're doing?
Yep, you can stand right there. Yep. Just filling right in between. Yep. That way we're not too wide. All right, 1, 2. Just hold the check down just a little bit. All right, 1, 2. One more. All right.
And then now here? All right, you're going to have to step out.
I got you. You good?
This young lady over just a hint. There we are. All right.
Thank you, Regional Administrator Cruz. Congratulations, Prince George's County. Good morning. My name is Jeff Peel. I'm the Deployment Manager of the Joint Office of Energy and Transportation. The Joint Office is a partnership between the Departments of Energy and the Departments of Transportation. We were formed to create what we refer to as really the front door to the federal government's work on zero emission and electric transportation. We provide the support network for the billions of dollars that are transforming the transportation and energy sectors across the country, thanks in part to the bipartisan infrastructure law. Our goal is to create an electrified transportation system that allows everyone the choice to ride and drive electric. Whether this choice is by car, by bus, and really you should go by bus, or by bike, or moving goods by truck. The Joint Office helps communities like Prince George's County make the transition to more climate-friendly options. I want to take a moment to remember why we're all doing this, particularly on this very, very hot day. Transportation is our nation's largest source of greenhouse gas emissions, and addressing it is absolutely critical to dealing with our climate crisis. So with this award, I look forward to working with Director Johnson and his team here in the county to help them implement this wonderful $25.4, I almost left off the $0.4 million grant here for your green energy charging infrastructure and resiliency project. At the Joint Office, our technical assistance team is working with communities across the country, across the state to answer questions, identify resources, and scale your best practices. This team is ready to provide the type of analysis the county may need, whether it's route analysis, energy demand analysis, helping with your depot alignment, whatever it may be, whatever that thorny question is for you or for any agency across the state or community across the state, we're always an email or a phone call away. Please don't be shy. We're here to help. This award is to be celebrated, but it should not be surprising. Maryland is very much a leader in clean transportation. This award builds on the progress the state is making to invest more than $36 million that's already been received to build out convenient and reliable charging network along major highways across the state. Through our National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure, or NEVI, formula program. This is in addition to the $15 million awarded to the state in round one of the Charging and Fueling Infrastructure Discretionary Grant Program to deploy DC fast charging for personal EVs across the state. Now, I have no doubt we'll see strong applications from the region and across Maryland for the second round of CFI. Those applications for that $800 million program are due August 28th. So whoever your grant writer is, they don't get a rest. Get them busy working on that. It doesn't stop there. Prince George's County has also received $5.2 million this spring in the Clean School Bus Rebate Funding Program through our partners at EPA. That's along with 4 other counties across the state for a total of $16.7 million going to clean buses, clean school buses across Maryland. Another quick funding reminder, we are nothing in the federal government right now without giving out billions and billions of dollars here. Want to make sure you're aware of it. EPA's Clean Heavy Duty Vehicle Grant Program is open to July 25th. So if you need more of those clean school buses, that is an eligible category for that. So remember that deadline. It's coming up at the end of the month. In closing, as Administrator Cruz alluded to, it really takes leadership to address this climate crisis. And we see it both in the Biden-Harris administration, across our federal agencies, across the great state of Maryland, and of course right here in Prince George's County. We see that leadership to tackle what is an existential threat here in addressing climate change. The Joint Office is here hand in hand with you all to ensure we make the changes necessary to ensure our transportation system rises to this demand. To learn more, you can visit rideelectric.gov and reach out to us for any help or any questions you may need. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Holly Arnold, Administrator at the Maryland Transit Administration, and on behalf of Maryland Transportation Secretary Paul Wiedefeld, I am thrilled to be here in Prince George's County to celebrate with everyone. MDOT and MTA are proud to be partners of the Prince George's County Transit Transformation Initiative. We submitted letters of support for this federal low-no emission grant as the plans for electric charging infrastructure and zero-emission vehicles strongly align with the state's carbon reduction plan. It also supports Governor Moore's goal to make Maryland one of the greenest states in the nation. The new electric buses and vans will help keep the air cleaner by reducing greenhouse gases. They're also quieter and will reduce noise pollution in communities. And of course, they will help transit riders to connect to jobs and other opportunities throughout Prince George's County. So congratulations to Prince George's County for this major grant. I can't wait to see these vehicles on the road. Thank you.
I am just coming up really quickly to share with you all a quick change. We are going to hear from Council Chair Jolene Ivey, followed by Senator Michael Jackson, and then we will hear from Delegate Nicole Williams. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angela, and thank you for making this adjustment. We have Calvin Hawkins here, also from the County Council, and we're about to have a County Council session. So since we have to leave, they were very kind to let me go now. And I just wanted to echo a little bit what others have said, which is this grant is part of a larger mosaic. It's one step closer to a carbon-free future. And we do know that there are climate change deniers out there, but it's kind of hot out here today. I don't know what you all think. But I think that we do need to do more right now, and this grant helps us with that. It helps us move towards that future where it won't be getting hotter every year. Our Earth will not be warming in the same way it has been. But we have to take steps, and this $25+ million check is a step towards that. I'm a member of ZVIC. The governor assigned me to this, the Maryland Zero Emission Electrical Vehicle Infrastructure Council. And I say I was assigned to it because I really didn't volunteer. He nominated me and he gave me no choice. And I'm really glad that I accepted the charge because I've been working with officials across the state to develop policies, recommendations, and incentives that increase the awareness of zero emissions vehicles and recommend ways to encourage the ownership and support of EVs and the needed infrastructure. It's something that the council's already been doing when it comes to requiring charging stations in new housing. We put it in place for single-family homes and for some attached homes. But as a council now, we're looking at legislation that will add that to multifamily homes and to some commercial areas. So all of these things work together because if you have an EV but you don't have any place to charge it, that's not really going to work, right? And if you're uncomfortable thinking that, oh, I don't know if I can buy a car like that, for example, because I don't know how I'm going to charge it, you feel some anxiety, maybe you don't buy it. I'm really excited about these buses. Buses are a huge polluter, and I really think it's important when you talk about environmental justice that we make sure that the air that our children are breathing is clean no matter where they live. So thank you for this opportunity to support this and celebrate this wonderful grant. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I am Michael Jackson, State Senator here in Prince George's County. I'm honored to be the chair of the Prince George's County delegation. I want to first off thank the leadership of our county government, and today in particular Department of Public Safety, Public Works and Transportation for inviting us to play a small role here. Look, I think most of what needs to be said has been said, but I just want to echo a couple of things. One, we're talking about the opportunity of expanding our footprint, of being recognized. Maryland leads. In every category, we make sure that we lead, and Prince George's County leads. As Prince George's County goes, so goes the state. As a representative of the state, we are particularly proud of being a partner here today. When we talk about mutually beneficial partnerships, it's right before us. We have the Federal Department of Transportation. We have our partners in the Department of Transportation here in the state of Maryland. And we have our county council members. But uniquely here in Prince George's County, we also have the largest number of municipalities in the state, 27 municipalities. So this is for them as well. Last thing I'll say is this. Mutually beneficial partnerships will ensure that we move toward that goal of 2040 here in the county, 2030 in the state, and ensure that we continue to be able to gain these grants from our federal partners and other partners. As a person who has the opportunity to sit on the Transportation Subcommittee in the Senate, as well as the Budget and Taxation Committee, I love to see grants versus anything else, right? But our continued work together will get us where we need to go. So thank you very much for having us here today, and keep going, Prince George's County. This is what leadership is about. Thank you.
So definitely just want to thank the Biden-Harris administration for awarding our county this grant. Like Senator Jackson said, this really does help us as a state towards our emissions goals. In 2022, our state passed the Climate Solutions Act now, and under that act, we have made it a state goal to reduce our greenhouse emissions by 60% by 2031, our carbon neutral emissions by 2024, by 2045 and 100% clean electric use by 2035. And so the awarding of this grant really helps us as a state to really achieve those goals. And of course, Prince George's County is leading the way here in the state of Maryland. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that was responsible for making this happen. As Senator Jackson said, it does take a great partnership effort from all levels of government. And so I'm excited to be part of the celebration. Thank you.
Concludes today's event. Thank you everyone for coming out. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay charged up about transit transformation in Prince George's County. Please stop, have some refreshments, visit the table, visit the cooling bus if you're still hot. Have a great day. Or still hot, yes, still hot. Have a great day.